Make humic compost. What makes humic compost special? This kind of compost is the ultimate kind of compost you can get. When decomposition has subsided and all the nitrogenous contents are completely dissolved, an acid called humic will be formed. When your crops are nurtured in this kind of soil, your harvest becomes more fruitful and healthier for consumption. If you want to try making your own humic compost, read on. Gather organic materials for the compost. You can use any compostable material that you like, such as leaves, fruit, vegetable peelings, and etc., but you must follow an equal ratio of 1:1. This means that the amount of wet and dry materials must be equal. There is no need to add artificial fertilizers and decomposition enhancers. Shred the materials to the smallest size possible. First, separate each material from each other. Then, using a lawn mower, shred the fresh and dried leaves, fruit and vegetable peelings, and put in all the remaining compostable stuff. You must cut them into the smallest pieces possible to facilitate decomposition. Dig a hole for the compost pit. Using a shovel, dig a 3-foot deep pit. Then dig at the sides to give it a 3 feet wide and 3 feet long area. You now have a 3x3x3 cube pit. Make sure to select the corner of your backyard where soil is soft enough to make compost. The soil must not be dusty or rocky, and not prone to weathering. Eroded pieces of soil will lessen the quality of your compost. Pile the materials. Pour all the materials in the compost pit, mixing them in the process while making sure they are distributed evenly. Pour in water into the materials. Using a water hose, drench the materials thoroughly with water. This will facilitate the decomposition process. Be careful to pour in the appropriate volume of water into the mixture, as your goal is to make it completely moist. Pour water into the pit twice a week, for about a month. After a month, moisture will not be a big deal anymore, so you need to pour water only once a week. Periodically stir the material until the decomposition is complete. The decomposition process will take a long time. To make it faster, stir the material every morning. You must introduce oxygen into the compost materials to facilitate chemical change. This is not a laborious job and you can do it for only about 3 to 5 minutes each time. Repeat the process of stirring and watering until you acquire a semi-moist, deep black soil. You know that complete decomposition has taken place when the soil no longer emits a bad odor and the compostable materials have totally integrated with the soil. When you have achieved the desired results, your humic compost is now ready for use. Gather the compost and put it in a separate place. You can then begin making another set of compost. To use humic compost, place about 5 cups of the material in every pot. If you are into plot gardening, you can spread humic compost on the plots. The more humic compost you put into the plots, the healthier your crops will be.